Jonathan Vilma, let it go. Let it go. For the love of God. Oh my, he made like 8, 6, 7 references. Oh God, drives me insane. All right, gentlemen. I love that little lead into back to school, a little bonus for you. Love sound off. Well done, Mikey Pete. Well done. All right. This is whenever you have a really big week like last week in college football, normally just by happenstance, the next week can be a little bit light on really big time matchups. But it doesn't mean there's not important matchups this week. And we're going to start in the Big Ten because if you would have told me 5 weeks ago that USC would still have an opportunity to be a playoff team, I said, man, you're crazy. Maybe crazy like a fox. Because this weekend, a huge game in Oregon, USC and Oregon. You see the numbers. Mike, I'm going to start with you. Oregon favored by 9.5. That seems a lot in such a pivotal matchup.
It does seem like a lot, especially with how these teams have kind of been up and down throughout the entire season. But, Coach, I'm riding with the Ducks. Quack, quack. I like them to cover. I like the over to hit in this one as well.
Wow. Brandon, let me come down to you.
Yeah, look, USC's both of USC's losses, I should say, on the road against top 25 opponents, and here they go again on the road against a top 25 opponent. I think Oregon's offense is just too much. I don't think USC can keep up.
It's such a fast track. Raphael, where are these teams kind of sitting? Any numbers that kind of stick out to you as you were doing your handicapping?
Yeah, two books moved us to 10 already. So I don't know if the trend's going to happen where we see more 10s coming up in the next couple of days. I think we see a lot of points. I want to say Oregon just because they won 3 straight and 5 of their last 6 meetings against USC. But don't forget, Indiana went to Eugene and beat the Ducks. I think it's way too many points. If I can get 10, 10 and a half, I'm taking USC.
It does seem like that magical number of 10 if we can get it over that. But man, Indiana scored 30 on this team.
Yep.
Beat them by 10, to your point. Man, I got to see how this moves over the course of the next couple of days, and we'll see where it's at when we do our Saturday morning on demand, posted 10 a.m. or before. Now, let's go to the SEC, because I remember coming out of this mouth a few weeks ago, Oklahoma, they've got no shot. Their schedule is way too tough unless they're way too good, which, guys, they have proven to be. They have had some big time wins, home and away. Tennessee, gigantic. But last week, it was Alabama in Tuscaloosa. That vaulted them in. If they win out, they're going to be a playoff team. So here comes Missouri. 7 and the hook, Mikey P. Your take.
Give me the Boomer Sooner all day long. I mean, this Oklahoma defense is real. Missouri was a fun school at first throughout the beginning of this football season. They have fallen flat. Oklahoma is now getting better and better as the weeks progress. I like Oklahoma to cover. I don't know about hitting that over in this 42.5 because I think Oklahoma's defense is one of the best in the country. So let's go Sooners on this one.
I agree with that. I'll probably spend the 30 cents, to be honest, and buy it down to 6.5. Brandon, where are you headed on this one?
Yeah, I completely agree with Mikey P on this one. Oklahoma's defense is phenomenal, and Mizzou did start out great, but they have fallen flat. And I don't think that Mizzou can keep up with this team offensively either. John Mateer has really started to turn the season around. The only thing you have to worry about in this game, if you're going to play Oklahoma minus the points, is the letdown effect after that big win versus Alabama last week. You've got to hope that they don't have a letdown this week, but I don't expect to see that.
But every time that we worry about that, they bounce back. And so that's why I'm believing now in this team, Brandon. But it's a great warning. But when they've lost to Texas, they bounce right back. When they lost to Ole Miss, they bounce back with 2 away wins over Tennessee and Alabama. They have shown resiliency. Raphael, numbers-wise, where are we at on this one?
Grab the 7.5. We'll see 8, probably 8.5, because I think the betting public is looking at Oklahoma. And the spread and this total tells you Missouri, no quarterback. They played 3 quarterbacks the past 3 games. And this OU defense, I think it's OU, no letdown effect because of Missouri quarterback issues.
The game script should be OU jumps out to a lead. And when you're on your third quarterback, who is on basically the practice squad, in Norman, down 10, ooh, not a place I want to be. Not a place I want to be. All right, our third and final game. And the ACC has kind of become like the forgotten conference because nobody is very good. We thought that Miami was going to be the squad. Then they blow it a couple of times. So this game this week has a lot of playoff implications. I'm talking about Pitt and Georgia Tech. Mikey, your take on this one?
I love Georgia Tech in this spot. And by the way, if you're the coach of the Pittsburgh Panthers, because I can't let it go, coach, you said last week's game against Notre Dame didn't matter. So go prove it. Show me what you think you can do against a Georgia Tech team that has been one of the most electric offenses in the country, been one of the most fun teams to watch. I think Georgia Tech wins outright. I think we hit the over in this game. I think Pitt players should be checked out because of their head coach as well.
Brandon, what about you?
Yeah. Look, Pat Narduzzi last week saying he didn't care if his team lost by 100, and then Notre Dame went out and ran all over him. This Georgia Tech team heard that statement, and they heard that Notre Dame didn't matter because they were looking ahead to them. Georgia Tech is going to win this game by 100. I like Georgia Tech by a lot. Give me Georgia Tech, and I'm going to walk that all the way up to -10.
What?
Yeah.
-10. Now, they did get ran by Notre Dame. Boy, -10 is probably what, plus 200 or 300? I would guess.
Plus 320.
Plus 320. I guess I know my stuff, but let me go to my numbers guy for validation. Raphael, -10 with Georgia Tech?
There's no way this number is going to be 2.5 in the next couple of days. This will be 3.5, probably close around 4. And Georgia Tech might go back to the old days and run the triple option because they saw how easily running against Pitt's defense was a breeze. I like Georgia Tech big here. I'm not sold on the total because I think it'll be a blowout game and the fourth quarter could kill the total, but I think Georgia Tech wins easily.
Man, you really have to when you're looking at a total, because I realized this last week with Notre Dame. Notre Dame had to win by a lot, but once they got out by 30, they just took the air right out of the ball, and you're like, oh, it drives you insane. So you hope it's more competitive and that Pitt can score to keep it up if you like the total. We don't. I don't. By the way, shout out to my man in the chat, JG. He says, you guys and the Why Lose crew, don't know who they are the best handicappers on earth. Thank you, JG. We appreciate that. Clearly, my reputation has gotten out as I am red hot right now. So, boys, you're welcome. You're welcome. Is that an eye roll, Mikey P?
Was
that an eye roll?
Is your shoulder okay? I just want to make sure your shoulder's okay.
Little dislocated, but I'll be fine.